Good evening, viewers. The Idea Factory is bringing to you exciting programs every fortnight. And today we are doing a program on business growth. This is the third in the series. And accompanying me is Mr. Tuhin Mukharjee, founder of iStrategy Consulting, and Mr. Sushant Sharma, executive and leadership coach. They have both been quite frequently participating in these discussions. And therefore, together we are taking the discussion on business growth forward. Let us remember that the year 2023 is coming to an end, which means the financial year is starting in April, and this opens up a window of opportunities for us as well as for our clients. Okay, while we started the year 2023 from January with a lot of excitement. But in April, the real excitement starts because this is the new start, new beginning, and businesses are open to more discussion. Stocks, they have a budget in their hand, and that's why it makes it much more interesting for us to discuss on various topics of innovation and thought leadership in this program. This is the last of the programs in March. The next program will be in April, and so we take this window of opportunity to discuss certain things for the next financial year, 2023 and 24. With this backdrop, let me share a small slide and take the discussion forward.
Hello.
Right. Yeah. As we said, we are talking on business growth, and this is session number 3. Today, the first topic is how is the Idea Factory strengthening its MSME client engagement model in 2023 and 24. As you are aware, we have been slowly building up on the engagement model with the small and medium enterprises, and it has taken quite a good actively by the small businesses that we are interacting with, and slowly we are building the momentum and engagement model with them. We started with these small free videos which we are uploading in YouTube, but slowly the programs are picking up. Let us just reassure the fact that Idea Factory is a premium management consulting firm and is being planned to be a global firm right from day one. We are on a digital platform as of today, and that gives us the flexibility to connect to any consultant or any client across the world. That gives us a lot of opportunity to connect to any client across the world. Today, in the last 2 years, we have steadily built up a panel of consultants. Today, we have a consultant team of about 15 or 20 across the national level, as also in the international level. We have started interacting with consultants in USA and EU, and that also puts us on an international pedestal in 2023. And that is very exciting for us. We are building a differentiated knowledge platform because, as we know, that we are talking about leadership and innovation, which puts us into a very, very differentiated mode, and puts us the sought after consultant for any business which is looking at doing things differently and doing things in a new and fresh way. We are also very strongly getting connected slowly to academia. So we are becoming an industry academy interface because we are seeing the academia separately and the industry separately, and we are trying to merge the two and try to bridge the gap between the two of them. There are a lot of exciting programs that we are planning both for academia and industry in the coming year. And we see ourselves as a guide or a mentor for the startups and the MSME ecosystem. In terms of concepts that we are building on, I think the first concept that comes to us is thought leadership, because that is the signature program that we are building, and across various programs, whenever there's an opportunity to talk about thought leadership, and we are building up that concept through the talks, through the framework, through the discussion with the clients, and through the results. So we are hopeful that it could become something like a business excellence model in the time to come. Of course, thought leadership means innovation. So innovation and thought leadership go hand in hand. We have been doing business programs on business growth, and as you see that this is a very exciting topic because every business wants to grow from level X to level Y, and that puts us in a very high and exciting pedestal to help businesses grow from level X to level Y. at a time when, the whole world is going haywire. Even today, there have been news about layoffs of large companies across the world, and layoff is the single most concern that is happening on the news that is happening for big companies today. So instead of consolidating their act after the COVID scenario, we find all of the big companies also grappling for finding a foothold in the business world, and they are all struggling in various ways. So it's not an easy time for all of us. Not only not it's not for big companies, it is also not for small companies. So it's a very, very trying time, but at the same time there is a lot of hope because we are all trying to put up the pieces together and try something. Take the country forward. We have talked about orbit shifting in various, some of the videos. We have talked of future of work. So there are quite a lot of themes that we have covered in our videos in the last 2 years, and we thought we must show a snapshot of the programs that we are actually have done so far with about 2 or 3 videos on every topic, which puts us on a good starting point for any customer to talk to us on these topics. And these are just the beginners because we are open to discuss, because we are an experimental platform. While we have built up a catalog of events, of programs across, over the last 2 years, we are also open to discussing new themes and new topics in this coming year. So a lot of exciting things coming up. Also, we thought just to keep a snapshot of the engagement model that we have today. Any business can reach us through the following platforms. There is an email ID that is available. There's a WhatsApp number, and there is a LinkedIn profile that is available at this point in time. We don't have a website yet, but hopefully we'll be able to get our website up soon. But these are continuous processes, and also they can participate in our video sessions whenever we do it, and that puts them into a direct connection with us all the time. As of now, what are the existing engagement models that we have? As you know, we are doing a fortnightly video session, which is largely free. Anybody can join us. And, we also put it up on our YouTube for circulation, for promoting the services of Idea Factory. Also, we are, doing monthly programs. In the last 6 months, we are doing monthly programs at a very, very nominal fee, which is a half-day program on various themes, like business growth is one of the themes, which which is a 3-hour or a 4-hour program, which we invite clients to come to us and talk about their growth aspects. So business growth is one element that we are sticking to for the current theme, and then we are going to change the themes also. We have also done 1 or 2 programs, training programs before, which is like 1 or 2 days, 2-day training programs spanning about 6 hours or so, which is a paid program, which we are doing not only for open platform, which means that any client can come, but also we are doing it for one-to-one clients also. So clients can, take training programs for us for 1 or 2 days also. At the same time, we have started talking to clients on a one-to-one. Today, we have, a big network of people who are talking to us over the period of time. They are watching us what we are doing, and they have started discussing one-to-one with him. So that is another section that has started, which is kind of the smaller ones are free, of course, but if you're going for an extended version, of course, it becomes a paid version. For 2023, we have some additional, engagement models that we are talking about. One is, of course, when they come over to our video sessions, whenever we are doing one, we are keeping a slot of a Q&A where a client can ask us 1 or 2 questions, which are, answered then and there. And, that gets featured in the YouTube video and that gets circulated around. So that gives a certain amount of spotlight to our client along with our programs. We are also thinking of, doing some small video sessions with clients. Of course, we have to select the right kind of client, wherein we want to, understand their business. We have to move on a one-to-one dialogue with the client, and these would actually throw some light of our perspectives into the business of the client. So it will help both. We will be throwing some perspectives of the client, and it will also give the client a platform or a spotlight, which you can use it for circulation in his own network. So these are the 2 things. In addition to that, we are also thinking of coaching services. Again, this could be in 2 varieties. One is on the batch basis, which is an open platform, and another is on a one-to-one basis separately with the client. And we will discuss a little bit of it today in today's sessions also. So that is one aspect we are talking of. Of course, customized programs are follow in the consulting services. So obviously, when we are talking to clients one to one, obviously, automatically we are opening up the window of discussion for consulting services. Consulting services are slightly long term, over 2 months or 3 months, and result oriented. How are we differentiating ourselves from the client, from the others? We are actually kind of result oriented services. Kind of a success in, and we want to believe we kind of grow if the client grows. So it's a mutual growth paradigm that we are talking about. We are also talking of something called business writing. While I have written one book and I do write articles also, we're also slowly trying to build up a platform where we write articles, paid articles for our clients, because that's a very good platform where we can give fresh and new ideas. Well, talking is one medium, writing is also another medium. So we want to open up this opportunity of business writing for our clients, and it could be a case study, it could be a small write-up wherein we give away our own ideas, and that is also another service that we are trying to build up in 2023 and 24. And while we are doing it, we are also receiving feedback that why don't we slowly build up an accelerator or an incubator kind of a model wherein which is a one-stop shop for all small businesses, like a we know what an accelerator is, and it has gained a lot of momentum in the last few years. For the startup, which includes funding, which includes business consulting, which includes training, everything put together, till it reaches a certain amount of size and it can stand on its own feet. So it could be a 6-month program or a 1-year program. But we have received feedback if we could start up something like an accelerator or an incubator program. They're all, somehow getting connected, and we are happy to see that people are seeing a potential in us, to take these programs bigger and bigger. And that is a very, very exciting point. With this as a backdrop, I think I would like to hand over the baton to Mr. Sushant Sharma. Mr. Sharma, if you can just throw some light on the topic, which is the MSME marketplace evolving in 2023 and 24.
Yes. Hi. Hi, Abir. As you rightly said, like, I mean, there are a lot of layoffs also happening in current market. Recently, I was just going through an article which says Accenture is planning to lay off 19,000 of their employees, which is an alarming figure, right? So coming back to this MSME sector, what you asked, like, the number of MSMEs in India is increased, with a kind of a CAGR of 18.5%. If we talk about CAGR, it's a compounded annual growth return of 18.5% from the year of 2019 to 20 and 21, 22. We are in 23 now. So that's a kind of growth which is happening in the SME sector. And in FY21 alone, financial year 2001, the loan disbursal from MSME stood at 9.5 trillion. A data which says 9.5 trillion, which is around 128 billion US dollars. And 40% increase amount. This amount is compared with 6.8 trillion, which was in FY20. So that's the kind of growth which is happening, the kind of loan disbursals which are happening in FY, compared to year-on-year basis. There are statutory bodies also, like, the MSME industry, it's 5 statutory bodies. As I'm sure you must be aware, like KBIC is there, Core Board is there, NSIC, which is there, NIMSME and the MIMJRE. These are the bodies responsible for aiding MSMEs with the respective government schemes and policies. At the same time, the government schemes also, various government schemes like, special credit linked capital subsidy scheme is also happening. The Indian government which was launched in 2021 for the service sector. The scheme will help enterprises in serving sectors will meet various technology requirements. So tech is the so much happening area. If we talk about startups, we talk about entrepreneurs. Tech is the it gives a pivot. It gives basically it gives the strength required. Through which you can scalable, you can make it sustainable. So that's the technological support is also provided by the government of India. In terms of policy support, if we talk about July 2021, the Indian government announced inclusion of retail and wholesale traders, MSME, to strengthen the sector and boost economic growth. So budget allocation for MSMEs in FY22 more than doubled. So 15,700 crore, like 15,700 crores was 2.414 billion. Vis-a-vis 7.52 billion. So that's the kind of growth which is happening in MSME sector. So I hope this answers your question also. So coming back to yes, Abir, please go ahead. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you, Mr. Sushant, for your inputs. My question to
Thank you.
Mr. Tuhin Mukherjee, Mr. Mukherjee, if you can throw some light on as to how should MSME clients derive value from their engagements with the Idea Factory?
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Majumdar. So actually, Idea Factory, it's a consortium of the consultants. Consultants are having varied experience. They're having rich experience in corporate as well as in academic. So all we know that we're specialized in giving consulting, particularly MSME, SME sectors. So the client, we have a defined also the models. We have defined models to deliver value to the clients. Now the clients could be any stage. They could be a very initial stage when they actually think of an idea to start any industry. From that stage to it could be a much mature stage where they look for a growth. So that is a kind of the trajectory, and we have a defined model to help them in each areas of this path or the trajectory. So we have the expertise, and we are also experienced from, we have a rich experience from the corporate as well as giving consulting to the various areas. So in that case, that we think that we are very much capable of providing good quality of the consulting, and definitely we did also good consulting in the last few years. Means we have a very good track record where we delivered the values to our clients, and all of the clients are very happy, and they are growing enormously in their journey. So we are very happy to share that the clients who will be engaged for their growth journey with us, they'll be definitely getting a sustainable values. And that is how the model is, that we have the model in each areas. We have the defined time duration and the specific specific questions that we also answer, means if any entrepreneur has got pertaining to their industries. So the model is designed in a such a way that where their mindset also will be trained, as well as their business principle and the philosophy will be redefined. Because we believe that when an entrepreneur starts their journey, they should have a right kind of the mindset. Mindset is very important. Without having the proper mindset, they cannot grow. And apart from that, they should have also the expertise to leverage their business knowledge and experience. That will help in both areas. So that's a unique model we have. And in that kind of the model, I can actually assure the entrepreneurs to have smooth and frictionless journey ahead in their career. Thanks, Mr. Majumdar, for giving me a chance to share the opinion. So I would like to hand over to Mr. Majumdar.
Right. Thank you so much. We have come at a stage where we customers have asked us whether there are any step-by-step approach for businesses to grow from level X to level Y, and we kind of mulled it over, and we prepared a short methodology where we can show them a step-by-step approach of the growth. Let me share a small screen around that. As you can see, we are starting off with a very small 4-step process, which is which talks about how an entrepreneur can map their growth roadmap. This can of course be built up from 4 to 6 to 8, but this is a very preliminary model and a very simple model for startups who are, or small businesses who are trying to map it over a time period of specified period of time, measure growth within a specified period of time. The first quadrant, or the first step, is to look at the current status and to define the future vision of the entrepreneur. Now, like every entrepreneur, is the business is at a certain level, and standing at that level, how he sees his business the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or 10 years. So that is very central to understand. I mean, what is the vision of the entrepreneur? This will also help us capture how big or how magnanimous the organization potential is, if we can, guide him to take the business to that level. So the first step is kind of taking a stock of the entrepreneur's capability, vision, and his own competence, is the reason of selecting that area. All those elements can come in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, of course, standing today where they are today, what are the challenges they are facing today for the short term, medium, as well as the long term. I think that is very important because the challenges are actually, holding it back and taking to the future vision. So once we understand the challenge, is there a way to work around? Of course, a normal process is not possible. That's why it's a challenge. Otherwise, the entrepreneur would have done it yourself. Whether there are workaround solutions around it, and whether we can help him achieve that, cross that border of challenge, and whether it can go step by step, cross the challenges as we go along. So that's a very important, because the entrepreneur will come to a consultant with his current set of challenges. Okay, so it's very important for us to understand that and give possible solutions and alternatives to bridge the gap of current reality versus vision. Also, every business, as you rightly said, Mr. Sushant has said, and Mr. Tuhin Mukharjee has also said, every business, has the potential to grow if it has a tech base. So if you have a tech base, obviously you have to have a digital plan, which means that, you are in social media, your marketing plan, and how to take the business from, today to a customer anywhere in the world. What amount of, leverage you are getting because of the, high level of digitization that has happened in the country, and to what extent you can leverage that to get what you want, without too much of investments in the whole process, and what is our role in bringing a proper digital plan or a strategy around that. And lastly, we thought, because the biggest challenge of any business is to get customers, profitable customers. Okay, so that is very important. What is the current method of getting customers, and how they are going to get customers in future, from 100 to 10,000 to 1 lakh. These are the kind of milestones that businesses do. So from 100 to 10,000, 10x or 100x model, in which what is the timeline and how we can help them achieve it. Scalable model. So what are the parameters what is the current model? What tweaks can be done to take the position later to make it more profitable? Okay, so these are the 4 steps. A little bit more about the 4 steps. I thought, why not elaborate them a bit more further, as kind of elaborated already in the first step, where we are talking about the current position and the future vision, the first quadrant. When we are talking of the current position, also involves what is the cash flow, what is the profitability, current profitability of the business, and what is the desired profitability of the business, or means what is the vision of the business in the 5-10 years time. It is very important because over time businesses kind of float on their milestones, because things are not happening. They lose track of the milestones they want to achieve over there. It is when they come to us, I thought we would be able to put that down and see how we can put the strategy to go from position A to position. In terms of business challenge, we have already said what is the kind of challenges we are facing and whether we can offer solutions, and future challenges will also involve investments. So to what extent the company is capable of investing there and on its own, or whether it needs funding to take it forward, those things can be addressed and answered at the Idea Factory level also. In terms of the digital plan, we have already talked about. Also, digital beyond the free model needs a certain amount of budget. So whether you can take it beyond the current level to the next level, you will need to have an investment in the whole process. Also, to what extent the company is competent enough to do things on its own, and to what extent it has to outsource or depend upon others to take the digital plan forward. So these are very, very strong questions that come to us today. You have a digital also means telecom. Digital also means the broadband, the social media, everything kind of today it's a combined ecosystem. It is not separate. So you need a telecom backbone, you need a wireless backbone, you need a internet capability, all these. So it's a combined, very mature digital platform that is available today. But if you go to the next level, you will definitely need to have a budget and see what are the pros and cons of going it slow or going it fast, depending upon the capability of the business. And as we said about the customer acquisition, we also have to look about profitable customers. That means unit economics, because there have been issues where people are getting numbers, but they are not profitable, which means that you're building a business where you don't see the horizon of profitability, and that makes the whole business model unviable after a period of time. So very important to have the unit economics, very important to have the life cycle of the product in the customer. That means when will the customer buy it again? Like one is he's bought it today, but when will he buy it again? So what is the usage of the product today? So if somebody buys a mobile phone today, what is the chance that he will buy it one more in the next 3 years. So that also has to be put there. And in terms of mind mapping, which means the customer, what is he looking at, and to what extent your current support, your customer, like every business that we talk to, they also have their own set of customers, and whether that there is a gap between what the customer wants and what our entrepreneur delivers, and to what extent we can. We always play a devil's advocate, because we pose as a customer to our client, and we say that, and we kind of find out the gaps to to say that the entrepreneur can add value in these 2-3 areas. So as a customer, because we all are customers at the end of the day, we can understand it from the customer's point of view, and offer certain perspectives to the entrepreneur. This is in a very snapshot of what I have in mind. My question from there, I take it, hand it over to Mr. Sushant Sharma. Mr. Sharma, if you can throw some light on how can businesses grow rapid following these easy steps. Mr. Sushant, you are on mute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, yes. So if we talk about how businesses can grow, if we like, in terms of say SMEs, how SMEs can grow, we were discussing in your presentation also, what the kind of presentation, see, having a good product or service is just half the battle in the business. Let's accept it. Having a good product, you have a good product. That's the other half is getting your name out there to create awareness. That's very important among the potential customers. So you need to make sure that business rules say that you have to spend money to make money. And it definitely stands true for the promotions. How do you promote your business? The promotion is also so very important. But if you are a small business with a tight budget, marketing strategies, what are the marketing strategies which you can use? So let's talk about that. Good news is that we live in exciting times. There are ways, what marketing do not require to, huge budget. You do not really need to have crores of rupees or some lakhs of rupees to spend that. So let's take, there are marketing strategies, how business can grow further. Of course, one is social media marketing. You can do that. You can do Google rankings also, Google Play Store, and your ratings can improve, 4.5 ratings, 4.8 ratings, that kind of thing you can do. Paid media is also there these days, News Hunt, and there are so many other medias, Entrepreneurship of India, TOI is there. So these are the channels where they can promote your business. Paid media is also there. Then content marketing is there. Instagram is there, then LinkedIn. And these are all, they charge a certain fees, but they definitely promote your business. And it's something like, some third person is blowing your trumpet. You are not bragging about yourself. You are not saying anything about your product. You had somebody else. It's a sponsored, like Facebook, Instagram. They are blowing your trumpet in the market. And that makes a lot of sense. Some third person is doing it for you. So that's how content marketing it works. Of course, then another is networking. How good networking you have. Today's world is all about networking and collaboration. How good you are collaborating with other people around you, and what kind of collaboration that is, and who's bringing what to the table. That is very important. So collaboration makes a lot of difference. Collaborating with the right kind of people, right kind of people in the right context. Like it is a backward integration, it's a forward integration. What kind of collaboration you have, that makes a lot of difference. Then another thing is free trials and deals, something like that. You can offer to your customers. Your customer acquisition cost makes a lot of difference. CAC, what is your, how much you need to spend to acquire one customer. That makes, that gives you clarity in the business. So you can offer free trials and deals also. Some kind of sales promotion can be done to do that. Then affiliate marketing is also very important thing. You can affiliate yourself with the certain kind of products. Affiliate marketing is also one of the things. And then sponsor local causes and all that. So you can sponsor some local, like, blood donation camps or something like diabetes free health checkup. These kind of things you can associate yourself with some societies and all those things. So these are the few things which can actually, help you to grow your business. And I hope that gives you clarity on this part. Over to you, back to Abir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Sushant, for your input. My next question to Mr. Tuhin Mukharjee, if you can elaborate, if you can highlight the next level engagement programs to handhold clients through the 4 steps that we have just discussed.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Majumdar. So it's our specialized program. That's the kind of the duration we actually, it's a kind of the duration of for 2 months. This is a specialized program, and we'll actually elaborate this program in future also in a specific way. It's a 2 months kind of the program, and there will be 2 meetings in each week. The duration will be typically it will be a kind of 1.5 hour. So almost actually will be coming out means kind of 20 hours kind of the module. So in this 20 kind of hours kind of the module spread across 2 months will give the clarity to every business owner what they could achieve and how they could achieve, what they are going wrong, and how actually they can correct themselves. This is a kind of the analysis and also giving the future direction to them through our four-step means formula. This four-step formula is very important for every business entrepreneur to know that, because where you are standing and where to go, that's the basic kind of the definition for the vision, but there are more into it. We'll dig into which means much defined and much refined kind of the definition of vision. Then we'll also have a kind of the digital plan, because today's era is the digital era where everything can where means we cannot imagine anything without digital footprint. So there has to be a digital digital plan that we will discuss also, and how to make it implementable. And also important part is that customer acquisition. Customer acquisition, nobody can survive without customer. Customer is the means customer acquisition or the revenue growth is very important, but there has to be a definite kind of the means steps or the methods to acquire the customer. It is very important because we need to understand the customer mind first, means how actually they go with the product, what kind of the mapping. So we must analyze that also. So these are the kind of the formula, the models that we will be actually discussing throughout the program, and it is spread across for 2 months, twice in a week, and roughly it is around 20 hours. So this is a kind of the program. It's a elementary, it means our next level program, and next level program we think that that will give the much clarity to entrepreneur to actually move on their journey. And we are also specialized in each our areas to provide them our specialized means help and specialized guidance. So this is a total module. So Mr. Majumdar, can you conclude a bit of that?
Right. Thank you, Mr. Tuhin and Mr. Sushant Sharma. But we are kind of opening up a new window of opportunity for our clients, where we are, in a position to engage with them in a more clear and a structured way beyond this, weekly sessions or our 40-minute Zoom sessions that we are conducting. And as we build the engagement model with the clients, of course, we are open to getting feedback from them and improving the models as we go along, because these are for the customers, for our customers, and their feedback is a very important element of tweaking the model to suit their requirements. While we are starting with a certain kind of a batch arrangement for these kind of models, we are going to start from April onwards, and every month we are going to, enroll, entrepreneurs for this program. We are slowly trying to build it up, and as we have already told you, it will build up on the engagement model depending upon what the customer wants. If it's a 2 month, if they are happy with the 2 month model, we are going to give them that. But if they need longer engagements also, we are going to give them that. And since we are doing at a digital platform, obviously we can reach out to any client across the world, and that's the beauty of working on a 100% digital model like that. But of course, we believe, as we have talked in our previous sessions also, we believe in a hybrid model, and we will mix and match this with the physical programs. We are, coming up with physical programs in the near future. So we will have a direct interaction with our clients also. So mix and match of a digital as well as a physical program will give us a clear understanding. A dialogue will help us build a relationship with the clients. Okay, that's very important. As we build up the relationship with the client, this will also help us add value, and keeping innovation or fresh ideas or new ideas as the connectivity between us and the customer. Of course, that would make it very new, refreshing, and every client It's a mutual growth model where we also learn and we also pass on knowledge of other clients to the new clients, and hopefully Idea Factory is poised, to be a very powerful platform to help grow businesses in the near future. We look forward to our 2023-24 financial year, and please stay tuned for more exciting programs in the coming year, in the coming months, and we will keep you posted. We have an eye on our LinkedIn profile also. And with that, I think I thank Mr. Tuhin, Mukharjee, and Sushant Sharma once again for their valuable inputs, and we hope to, we hope to continue our discussions in our social media platforms as we go on. Thank you, both of you, and I hope our clients will also enjoy this session and will be able to get value out of the interactions with us. Thank you, everyone, for this session.
Thank you. Thank you so much.